Well, with all the excitement of our first medals being dished out here, we will keep bringing you all the action, and we're already up at the start of the final of the under-19 men's coxed fours. You can see the cox there just showing the dead weights. That's if the coxes are underweight, they have to carry a weight with them. They all have to hit a certain requirement, which I believe is 55 kilos for the coxswains. They all have to weigh at least 55 kilos. Here's our start list for the final. France, Turkey, Germany, Italy, Australia, who are the reigning champions, and 2 athletes returning into this boat to line up here again. Turkey on your screen, and then the USA in lane number 6. So there we have it, Turkey on the screen in lane number 2, Ahmet in the bow seat, Erdem Ahmet, and in the stroke seat we've got Yusuf, Ziya, Ateş. So a full contingent here, 6 boats. The Germans now on your screen in lane number 3. Leon Grombach in the bow seat, Amadeus Maus in the stroke seat. Hopefully we'll see some good shots of all of our crews here contesting in this A final. Next up, we've got the Italians in lane number 4. You can see there in the blue strip, and we're underway here with our next final of the day. This is the coxed fours and the World Rowing Under-19 Championships. And a great strong start here for the Italians, but like we say, the Australians out here to try and defend their title.
So on form, it's the Italian crew, 6:19.99, a really strong performance from them. Nearest to them then it's the crew from Turkey in second place when we were coming through, the Turkey crew coming through the repechage. The Italians and the German crew, the 2 crews centre of the course, who qualified directly from the heats into the final. So a little bit easier progression for those 2 crews, and they'll have a little bit more rest and recovery. And we're seeing the Italian crew leading it out here. They're still up at 41 strokes per minute. The other crew's still up at 40 as well, coming through 500 metres. So they're really going for it here in the first quarter of the men's coxed four. We're feeling the breeze here, the strong crosswind is really picking up. It's getting very blustery here. Shouldn't be any issue for the bigger boats, but we'll see later on how it's going to affect the smaller boats. But back here with the men's coxed four, impressive start here, Camilla, for the Italians.
Yeah, running in gold medal position at the moment, the Italians. It's a strong start for them. In the cox's seat, Riccardo Doni steering this crew in, like what you've said, Richie, a very strong cross breeze. They won't be feeling that as much in this first 1,000 metres. There's a sort of island on the left there. You can see it's much narrower, there's a bit more shelter, but past the 1,000-metre marker they'll have a real challenge to try and keep themselves on track. It's then a real tussle for the podium positions here. Australia, I think, perhaps running in silver medal position as it stands, but they're very tight on with the Germans and with Turkey as they move into this second 500 metres. Now, what a beautiful sight this is to see. All boats with overlap, lots of opportunity for medals here, and it's all of them looking beautifully proficient here out on the water in Bessemer.
And a perfect chevron yet again. So we're seeing that the seeding of the lanes from the earlier heats and repechages are playing into effect here with the Italians and the German centre, of course, the 2 that qualified from the heats. But a really competitive race here coming up with the Italians leading it out ahead, I think, maybe of the German crew in second place, Australia in third. All of the crews still rating up in the high 30s. The Italians down at 36. Unusual to see the Italians being outrated by the competitive crews. We're just looking at perfect conditions here in the centre of heart of the course. Even with the blustery conditions, it's still looking really well on our Olympic and Paralympic course coming down the track here. You can see the Italian crew, they're over to the right hand side of their lane, so they are having to compensate a little bit in the crosswind to get down into the details, but rowing very well here ahead of Australia now. It looks like Australian crew have come through. Germany for silver medal at the moment, but they're matching each other stroke for stroke, and within striking distance Turkey as well as the USA crew nearest to us on screen in lane 6 as well. The only crew at the moment looking out of contention, the French crew on the far side in lane number 1.
Wow, this is going to be some race here, all overlap, especially for the minor medals behind Italy currently. But we all know a race behind can cause compression at the front end. Now, this gold medal position currently sitting with Italy. Just one sort of experienced athlete from racing fours at the World Championships before, and in fact that is Meligari in the 3-seat, was in the coxless version of this event, coming fourth at last year's championships. Now moving into this coxed boat, they've pushed back out now. They were down to about half a length, but they've seen the danger, and with 7:50 to go, they're now vying for a length lead ahead of Australia and Germany, going for silver and bronze.
And I think that's where the battle is going to be, that German and Australian crews are going to be pushing each other on. We've seen in previous races when the chasing pack are in the push for the line and trying to get either qualifying spots, they can eat into any lead that a crew has put in, and that's what we're seeing with the Australians now. They're within 3/4 of a length of the Italians, so the Italians coming under pressure now. Australia in second place, just by a canvas ahead of the German crew, and in turn they have an overlap then, the Turkey crew and the USA back in 4th and 5th at the moment. Australia putting on a surge, but we're seeing a response from the Germans now. They're taking it up to 37-38 strokes per minute, and they're responding, and they've now moved into the silver medal position with 500 meters to go.
Oh, this is going to be such a wonderful race. 500 meters to go. I think Turkey are also looking dangerous there in 4th position. The European champions, would expect to see a little bit more from them. They've had such a strong regatta across the board in all boat types. Just one last push here in the final 500 meters to step onto that podium. But Germany have gone early here. Leonard Wright in the Cox's seat, pushing on. Amadeus Maus in the stroke seat there, up to 36 strokes a minute. The Australians at 39 in an attempt to respond, but it's not translating into the boat speed they need at the moment as they slip further back. Turkey are coming back up for bronze.
Yeah, real race on here. The Italians have just changed gear to get back into a clear water lead. They've taken it up now to 36-37 strokes per minute. They're doing their best to move out, but look how close they are there to the boys. They're steering with a little bit off, getting affected by the crosswind that's there. Coming in now with less than 2:50 to go. Looks like the Italians all the way. The Germans surging now to take that silver medal position. Turkey pushing the Australian crew, but Australia respond. We're just looking to see them come into our view here at the finish. It looks like Australia might do enough to secure, but Turkey take it up again. They're up at 40 strokes per minute, winding up for the line here in the final of the men's Cox 4. Medals at stake between the crews from Italy, Germany, Australia. What have Turkey left in the tank coming in towards the finish line? Really exciting finish for us here. It is going to be the Italian crew powering home here to take the gold medal. The German crew do just enough to secure. It's all down to the line. That we're just watching the Italians crossing the line, taking gold. It's going to be the German crew in second. What a finish coming up to the line, it looks like. Photo finish. Oh, I think it might be, we're seeing the celebrations there. The Italian crew, the Cox getting up, standing up in the boat. We're just seeing the official results coming in. It was Turkey coming in to take the bronze medal. What an amazing 250 meters for that crew to come in and just pip the poor Australians in 4th place. Hardest of hard luck there. They did so much of the running along with the Italians and the Germans in the first half of this race. Turkey playing the long game there, just coming in towards the finish, and just in the last 100 meters taking it up the rate into the 40s and powering home, passing out the Australians. So really fantastic race there. Our gold medalist Italy still standing up. The Cox of the Italian crew celebrating there alongside the German crew silver medalists, and heartache for the Australians. You can see just in 4th place there. Really impressive from the Turkish crew to come in to take that bronze medal. Fantastic racing, Camilla.
Season, and it should be the medals here for the under-19 men's Coxed 4 heading out onto the podium. And this is, again, it was a very competitive field. We saw very tight racing here, big celebrations from the Italians, who will see crowned world champions in just a moment's time.
Lots of big smiling faces there. The recovery is done. I'm sure they've all caught their breath now. A little punch in the air from the Turkish crew there. Great to see, and huge support. You can probably hear in the background all of the cheers from the supporters in the grandstands that are here.
Big set of spectators here in Paris, and they'll be gearing up to cheer their home countries, flags being dished out all over the place here for our medalists. Germany, Italy, the Cocks have just run away to make sure that they've got an Italian flag to hand. Bronze medalists here, Turkey being awarded a wonderful performance from the European champions, now crowned bronze medalists here. Erdem Ahmet in the bow seat, Yiğit Yaşar Doğruok in the 2 seat there, getting the bronze medal. Gökmen Kaan Sezer'den in the 3 seat. Yusuf, Ziya, Ateş in the 3 seat. And then in the stroke seat even, and then Selin Box in the coxswain seat. They look absolutely chuffed with their medals. And silver medalists now on the podium. Great performance here from this German crew. Huge celebrations for them, Richie.
Big smiles on their faces. I always laugh at the Cox boats. Maybe I'll get in trouble for saying this, but it always feels like someone has brought their little brother or sister out onto stage when you see just how big and tall and strong these athletes are. And then the Cox, as we were saying, they weight up 55 kilos. So that's why if anyone's unfamiliar with what they're seeing on screen, those are the guys that are steering in the boat. And that's why there's a little bit of a size difference here. But all credit to the German crew. They really pushed the Italians all the way to the line here. Really competitive race. And as we were saying throughout this is just a stepping stone at under 19. All the way we'll see some of these crews either come back here, because some of them are underage again next year, or moving up into compete in the under 23s.
So that was Leon Gronbach, Sebastian Hopp, Levin Burkhardt, Amadeus Maus and Leonard Wright getting their silver medals. And here are our under 19 world rowing champions. It's the Italian crew who are victorious here in France. At bow, it's Nathan Sator there receiving the gold medal. Filippo Bancora here in the 2 seat, a world champion. Guglielmo Melagari in the 3 seat. Francesco Garuccio in the stroke seat. And then Riccardo Doni receiving gold medal. An excellently steered performance there in that difficult crosswind. We did say so experienced of them to keep that boat in a straight line. And we'll hear now the Italian national anthem. Absolutely love that national anthem. One of my favourites, I must say, up here in the commentary box. We're having a great time listening along to the Italians there, singing beautifully to their national anthem. And here at a World Championships, that is the privilege that you get for winning a gold medal. You get to hear your national anthem blared out across the speakers. One of the few times